Hello everyone. In this video, I will talk about the select class in Selenium library. What are the different methods available in select class that we could use to interact with dropdown in a web application? Here is a sample application that I will use for the demonstration. As we see, we have one dropdown box available here. Let me click on this. So this dropdown box has four options. If I inspect this, we can see it is made up of a select tag. Under the select tag we are able to see four option tags. Let me also show you the Java docs for the select class that we are going to use. Okay, let us open this Selenium's website, then click on downloads, go to Java, click on API docs, search on select class, and if we look here, this is the select class that we will be using. If we take a look at the constructor, it expects the variable of web element. Okay, then let me create a Java file here. Select underscore drop down demo. Set the main method. So let us create the WebDriver instance. WebDriver driver is equal to new driver. Let us load the application. Um, yeah, let's create an instance of select class. I will explain this in a minute. See here, the ID for the select tag is cars with C in lowercase. We copy this and we find this element by its ID. Yeah. This is how we initialize the select class. We have passed the web element driver.find element. We are finding it by its ID, and this element is passed as an argument to select class. Select class is getting initialized. Now, with the help of this select variable, we can do any sort of interaction. Uh, Let me share that. Okay, let's first take a look at the get methods. So if we see here, we we will start with get first selected option. So if you see, its return type is a web element, so it will give us the element that is currently selected. So in our case, the currently selected element is Mercedes here, not Mercedes. Let me refresh the page. It is Volvo, that the first element is selected by default when the page is loaded. So if we do a get text of this, if we print this on the console, it should print the selected text, which is Volvo. So let's try this out. As we see, it is printing the text Volvo. Okay, moving further to the next method, we say select dot get options. So with the help of this method, we can retrieve all the values that are there in the drop down. Here we have these four values. We can retrieve these values and we can print them. So let us see how. So if you see the return type of this method, it is a list of web element. Option elements is equal to this thing. So let's let's retrieve the options in another list of string. Call it as options is equal to new array list of string. So we will traverse option elements and we will fetch the text of each element and put it in the options list. Okay, so we now have the list of all the options in the drop down stored in this variable options, which is an array list. So let us print the content of this list. Let's see what is the output that we are getting. Yeah, so as we see, all the four values have got printed. Okay, so moving further, let's see what other methods we have in select class. Okay, so we have covered the important get methods. Let's take a look at the set methods. Select by index. Yeah. So let's say we want to select any element from this drop down. We can select by using its index. The first element has the index 0, then second element would have 1 and so on. So let's say if we want to select Mercedes, so its index is 2. So let's say uh, 2 here. Yeah, so this will select the text Mercedes. Let's take a look as run as Java application, and it should select the text Mercedes. As you see, it has selected Mercedes. With this, we have covered the third method. Moving further, Now the next method is select by value. So as you see, each of the option here has a value attribute. So let's say if we want to select Hyundai, we can copy the value here and we can pass this in this method. So now we should have Hyundai selected. So let's say if we run this, yeah, so as we see, Hyundai is selected. Moving further to the next method, select dot select by visible text. Yeah, so it is important to note here. Let's say we want to select Mercedes, and visible text is that this text which is getting displayed here, right? If the value is with the small m and the actual text, visible text is with the capital M. So we need to copy this if we want to search this element by using the method select by visible text. Okay, so in this case, now it should select Mercedes. Let me run this. Yeah, as we see, Mercedes has been selected in the drop down. Yes, so with this, we have covered 5 important methods in the select class. These methods we could use to get the values and to select the values from the drop down. Thank you.